All right, we're focusing on food as we continue with this segment, but this time it's your health top of mind. Julia Zampano is joining us. She is the dietitian from the Cleveland Clinic, who we love to have on the show all the time. It's good to see you.
Great to see you too.
And now GLP-1s, that has become a staple name. I mean, everyone knows what GLP-1s are. They've heard of them, maybe not necessarily exactly what they do.
Sure.
So can we start with that?
Yeah.
And because we're talking about then how food impacts that and what we need to be eating because we're on them.
Absolutely. So GLP-1s are a class of drugs that originally were developed for the management of diabetes and now are used very commonly as a weight loss drug. And what they do is slow your gastric emptying, which means how fast your food moves through your stomach and your digestive tract. And they also help decrease your appetite. So they work in two ways. So some of the side effects of those medications can be nausea or stomach upset, maybe constipation.
Okay.
And we're decreasing our appetite. So, we may be eating things that may help settle our nausea, like crackers or bread or, not so healthy things. And then not leaving enough room for the nutrients we really, really need. Because the weight loss can be rapid, which means you can lose muscle mass. Every time we lose weight, we're going to lose a little bit of muscle. The faster we lose weight, the more prone we are to lose more muscle.
So nutrition combined with the GLP-1s is imperative.
It's essential.
So
yes.
You have some plates out here. There's a lot of talk about, first of all, we all need protein, probably more protein than what we get.
Absolutely.
But so what happens when you're on a GLP-1? Do you need even more?
You do need to be very focused on protein, primarily eating protein first at meals to make sure you're getting it in because of that risk of losing muscle and rapidly. And so we need about 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal, and that's quite a bit when you look at it.
Sure.
You have to actively work at getting that in and think about it. And the other piece is fiber. You need to try to aim for 5 to 10 grams of fiber per meal too. And maybe even more than that, depending on your symptoms, to be sure you're, not having any negative side effects too.
Okay, so gosh, to help with the side effects and just making sure we're doing this properly. So this is a great plate here. The salmon and having salmon and fish. So if you're a seafood lover, this will be a great combo. What did you add on top of that salmon too?
That is an almond pesto.
Okay.
Almond pesto. And then we have some, obviously, broccoli for the fiber and vitamins and minerals. You want to really think of nutrient-dense meals because you're not going to want to eat a lot. This amount of food can be daunting to someone on a GLP-1. So you just want to really choose things that are as packed in nutrition as possible because you're not going to be eating a lot. If you can consume about this much, the palm size of your hand, this is about 5 ounces of protein. This is about 4, but 3.5. So you're looking at, anywhere but between 3.5 to 5 ounces of protein when you're looking at meat. But when you look at dairy, you may need to consume a little bit more. This is Greek yogurt. So to get in about 30 grams of protein, you need about 1.5 cups of Greek yogurt, which is a lot. It's a lot to consume. So, you want to really think wisely about what you're choosing and then look at also, foods that could trigger your symptoms more are the foods we know we shouldn't be eating,
Okay, so when it comes to like the sugary foods, right? What about, does dairy, now I know that's Greek yogurt, I know dairy can cause inflammation sometimes. Does that play a role in this at all, or should we stay away from dairy for the most part? Or
I think that's case by case.
Okay.
It just depends on how your body reacts to dairy. I think yogurt and cheese and dairy can be a good source of protein, so we don't want to eliminate something if it's going to be a good source of protein if there's no symptoms. But things that are very fatty, because fat takes the longest to digest, so it's going to sit in your stomach longer. So you're more likely to get maybe some reflux from that.
Okay.
Spicy foods, heavy foods are going to create more digestive distress because they're sitting in your stomach longer.
And if it's hard for you to do a meal with a lot of the protein in it, the drinks, I feel like are a great option. I swapped it around because I was looking at it, but so for everyone to know what the front of it looks like. So that has 30 grams of protein in this little shake?
Yeah. So it's nice. The shakes are great, but I will say that if you find yourself consuming the shakes and you're not hungry enough to eat a meal, you want to reconsider the shakes because they do work with helping curb appetite. Well, you already have that side effect from the medication. So it could inhibit you from consuming enough fiber or real food. So I think the shakes are great. They're great for convenience, but we do want to focus on food first.
and then the protein first. So each,
Yeah,
if you are
protein.
one that eats one thing on the plate first, and then the second thing next, do the protein first always,
Yep.
right?
Yes, and then make sure you get in enough fiber. Fiber is really key too. And that's why we threw like chia seeds and almonds and berries. Everything here is packed in fiber.
She can help you out anytime you need it.
Anytime.
She's a dietitian there at the Cleveland Clinic,
Yep.
so just book an appointment with her, and she'll work you through all of it, but you always can catch her here on
We
your
would
day too.
love to help you out.
We love having you here always.